Meanwhile, in old Charlian. Oh god. Oh no. What are you idiots doing? Oh, it's Crow.
Everything appears to be in order.
What are you idiots doing?
Oh, finished at last. So time-consuming. How nice would it be to have a mammoth to handle such tasks? Now then, let's have a look at you. Quite old, this letter. We'll need to store it carefully. Addressed to grandfather, and come all the way from Tuliolal, from a Gulu someone.
That's how I feel saying some of these names.
Oh, the ink's too faded. Hardly anything is legible. Come on, give me something. A commission to investigate the Golden City in Tural.
Is it the demarcation line?
How odd. No one ever mentioned such a commission, nor have I seen any records. Something else in here.
This might be the beginning of Dawntrail's prologue.
What an unusual earring. How does it relate to the petition, I wonder? Oh, did you go there, grandfather? To the Golden City in Tural?
Hello, giant ship. Funny.
Back again already, after making a show of leaving. Well, this is it, Charlian. Quite a far cry from Tuliolal, yes? Come, let's go and find your candidate, our adventurer friend.
So yeah, this is seeming like it's the prequel or the prologue to Dawntrail. Okay, so it looks like Endwalker is complete. So this might be the beginning of Dawntrail. So if this is officially the beginning of Dawntrail, because this is now 6.55 we're in. So if this is Dawntrail, then what'll happen is I will split this, make a highlight from here forward. So let me mark this. Where's my button? Okay. We have made a marker, so I can easily find it and then just post date it. So if this is the beginning of Dawntrail, then what's going to happen is I'm going to make a highlight, and then when we make the Dawntrail folder doing the actual official story of Dawntrail, we'll just slap this right onto it. So, all right, let's go in. Siegfried, one of my clerks just here to message for you. The student of Balston requests your presence to Charlie in the earliest convenience. Indebted as I am to our friend, I had hoped that I too might be of service, but it is for you alone and that they require. If you're no pressing business, pray take your way to Bellstone Annex at once. Ochako awaits your arrival. In the meantime, I shall continue showing Ajita the city, 4 notable landmarks for the people's lives. There is still much and more for her to see. Come, Dagron. Farewell for now, my friend. Look forward to the day we set forth on another adventure together. Is it a higher level solo duty? Like higher than 90? Duty. Oh, God. A warm and hearty welcome to you, Siegfried. I gather you received our message. Please wait here while I fetch Kral and Graha. Thank you for coming on such short notice, and forgive us for sending for you so soon after your trials of the void. Now then, well, we aren't actually the ones who require your presence, but Aaronville. He stopped by recently to see you see and asked us to reach out to you on his behalf. Side nudge. I imagine you're surprised as we are, given that he was supposed to be on his way on a long expedition. Something must be necessitating a change in plans. All you tell me is that there is someone whom wishes to miss Siegfried to meet. He also mentioned that he would be tending to business in the stadium. Shall we look for him there? Bye! Now then, where's Aaronville? There's Bunny.
Aaronville!
Apologies for the wait. I hope I haven't called you away from anything important. I chanced upon some commissioned items at my destination, so I thought I might deliver them.
Where did you go, if I may ask?
The New World. Tural.
Okay, so this is definitely... All right. So yeah, I'm glad I put the marker. So this is now... We are officially in prequel territory now. Or prologue territory.
You went to Tural. Then the person who you wish to introduce.
Aye, she hails from there. I present to you...
Well, it seems you've lost her.
Did she wander off?
Sorry. It's just so different here. I can't help but want to explore.
Well, while you were exploring, your candidate came to us. This is him. The adventurer you crossed the seas to meet.
Ooh, you weren't exaggerating. It's plain he's no ordinary man. I'm Uklamat, claimant to the throne of Tulihuela.
Uh-huh.
Tuli Yolol.
Cat!
It's Tural's governing nation. The capital bears the same name.
I'll get to the point. I want you to come with me to my homeland.
And marry me. You are strong enough.
Given the magnitude of the request, perhaps you should explain why you're making it?
Of course. Soon, an event of great import will be held in Tural. The right of succession, taking the form of a contest. It will determine who next ascends the throne. As daughter to its present keeper, I will participate. And I have every intention of winning.
But...
I was searching for champions to join me when Erenville told me about you. A mighty warrior who knows no fear, who sweeps aside terrible fiends as if they were reeds, who flew to the edge of existence and saved our star.
She asked who Eorzea's greatest hero was, and so I told her. Much more elegantly, I might add.
Now you know why. You'll come to Tural, yes?
Wait, let's all just slow down. Wuklamat, was it? You claim to be of the royal family, but is it not the Mamulja who rule in Tural?
Tulihuela is a nation of many peoples. Not only the Mamulsha, as some across the seas are quick to assume.
Is everyone excited for me to be making sounds like and Mamanu for these names?
That said, its present ruler is a Mamulsha, and one blessed with two heads besides. He's also my father. Not by blood, obviously, but he raised me as his own, and that's what matters.
So that is the way of it. My apologies if I was indelicate.
Hardly. I know little about your land, and nothing about your parentage.
I should just punch the shit out of him. Handle confirmed.
But in my eagerness, I've gotten ahead of myself. I can't expect you to agree on the spot when we've only just met. If you have any questions, I'll do my best to answer them. Just know, though, that if it's adventure you seek, you could do far worse than come with me. No, this is only a rumor.
But
Apparently, the contest will involve the fabled city of gold and the legendary beast, Valyarmanda.
I can't wait to say these names.
Tell me that doesn't pique your interest.
You never finished the story quest from Bastok? Why didn't you tell me? I would have joined you. I red-mazed my way through the entire story quest. Took forever. Would have been a hell of a lot faster with another person. Golden City, I've heard about it before.
Well, the details of the contest have yet to be announced, but the rumors come from someone involved in the preparations, so I'd say there's more than a grain of truth to them.
You should have been a white mage ninja. Everything was something ninja.
I advise you not to put much store by these rumors. Golden cities are not but a dreamer's fancy.
Says the dreamer who is bent on finding
Didn't realize
one
the
when
power
he
white
was a
mage
child.
ninja at that point. Yeah.
Just because you failed doesn't mean it doesn't exist.
Wow. Straight called him out.
Tuliolal and the Golden City. Just like in the letter to Grandfather.
Regardless of what the contest may entail, it'll be no simple thing. If I'm to triumph, I'll need capable and dependable companions. So let's go on a hunt together. There's no better way to get acquainted.
Money! Look at that. The chance to see not only Trulu, but the fabled Golden City besides. This is the stuff of grand adventures, my friend. Which is not to say I should hastily accept the invitation. Mind, there is still a great deal we do not know. So let us begin to rectify that by getting first acquainted with our visitor in the manner she suggests. Affirming nod. Cough! I'm not certain what might be suitable location for her to hunt, however. Cough! When I was in the guild earlier, I learned about the petition for research on the Isle of Ham. You went there not long ago and culled some unruly fauna, of course, but according to the recent reports, other ordinary docile fauna have grown savage. It believes that they've been unsettled by some manner of predator, and so the researchers seek assistance in identifying and dispatching it. As part of your hunt, perhaps you might answer the petition. The isle isn't far, and we should be able to help those in need. That works for me. Just so you know, I've honed my skills against some of the fiercest of beasts in Tyrol. Whatever this creature is, it has better be able to put up a proper fight, or I'll end before we have a chance to get acquainted. Ha 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 ha! Something's bothering Crow. And before we can prove ourselves capable and dependable companions. My apologies, but I must see to some preparations. May I go on ahead to the isle? I will join you as soon as possible. And the rest of you are ready. Let us head to the harbor. The big guild ship business, it should be simple enough to secure a vessel. Do-do. Gaboos! This one. Might as well get the extreme versions unlocked, right? In case I ever feel like wanting to like be sad or something like that. There we go. It's all down here, right? Look at that. I know you want to do that with me. Yeah. Wait, did that say item level suggested 680? Oh, 640. Okay. I was gonna say 680? How are you getting 680? So we have to take a ship, huh? And then I barely set foot on dry land. Oh well, I suppose this is a good cause. A hunt! Come on, let's get going. Upon boarding the ship, several cutscenes will play in sequence. You can't cut out. Leave your duty. Item level 660.
From here, we must walk.
So much ice. It rivals even Yogg-Tural. Ooh, a white bear. I wonder what it tastes like.
Jesus Christ!
Remember, we're here to deal with creatures that have been deemed an unacceptable danger. Do not attack anything else unprovoked.
I know. I know.
A white bear, what's it taste like?
So this is the isle where ether literally bursts forth.
Aye, the Isle of Ham. The geysers lie deep inland, however.
You really are knowledgeable. Kona told me nothing about this place.
I doubt your brother managed to come out this way. He's like to have toured facilities like Labyrinthos, however.
The great big cavern under the city. It's amazing that they could make a sky down there complete with a sun.
This brother of yours, he has been to Sharlayan.
He has. Kona's my second older brother. And until recently, he was a student in this city.
What?
He went on and on about technological amusements. It made me want to come here too one day. And so I did. I think I understood something of how he felt when I set foot in his beloved studium.
He went to the studio. Your brother must be quite a scholar. But I wonder, like you, he'd be royalty, yes? With such a personage coming to Sharlayan to receive an education would surely have caused a stir, yet I recall nothing of the sort.
He consulted with the head of the studium beforehand, that his identity might remain secret.
Oh.
Being Mikote, he had no trouble blending in. He's adopted like me, you see. One time, though, he almost let it slip to a professor. It was all he could do to parry the barrage of questions.
Having no shortage of questions myself, I can imagine.
Ask whatever you like. I don't mind. But I maintain, hunting together is the best way to get to know someone.
Smiling nod.
The researchers should be up ahead. Let's find them and learn what we can.
We walk up and they're just all slaughtered and dead.
The researchers should be just ahead. There. The
Oh my
building to the
god, my
northeast.
gear is all so damaged from those deaths.
So, ordinarily harmless creatures have grown savage.
Don't know what's got them riled up, but I'll take down any that thinks to try me. Right, let's hunt our fill.
1, 2, 3.
Look! Someone's in trouble.
Yeah, taste my axe.
She said, taste my ass?
These animals are usually so docile.
Oh, thank goodness you've come. I take it you're the one who answered our petition. Wait, aren't you? You are Siegfried, the adventurer who saved our star. With that, our meeting was under better circumstances. I was conducting a routine inspection of the transporters here when I suddenly found myself surrounded. You'll find more of the same across the chasm. Once docile animals now grow strangely aggressive. My colleagues there can tell you more. If you give them just a moment, I can finish checking our equipment.
You really are famous.
And for good reason, as you'll soon see for yourself.
Do. Alright, we're going up.
Quite an interesting contraption you've got here.
Is that our petitioner? Let's go and have a chat.
The adventurer has come to answer my petition, I presume? We're most fortunate to have one of your considerable skill here to aid us. A creature of unknown origin has been sighted in the island in recent days, and we believe its presence is affecting local fauna. The animals are beyond this gate are the worst affected that we've encountered thus far, though we dare not go back. Your task is to quell any threats you find and search for traces of the beasts responsible for this. If you should find anything at all, we would be most grateful if you would share it with us.
I'll handle this. What's ill? Is that all? Come on, let's pick up the creature's trail.
Beast carcass. Whose remain torn to shreds by sharp
These claw
talons.
marks. I've seen their like before. It's starting to feel like a proper hunt.
Are we playing Monster Hunter now? Is that all Dawntrail is just Monster Hunter? You find feathers that are scattered on the ground. There's signs of a fierce struggle.
But did they belong to the predator or the prey?
Yes. Both.
So, how do you prefer our prey? Roasted or raw?
You presume it's even safe to eat.
Ah, let me shove my hand in the poop. Flowing stench of the fresh leavings assail your nostrils. Whatever beast left them is likely still close by.
What whatever this beast, it cannot be far.
We disturbed their home.
Who knows? But if they're spoiling for a fight, then they've got one.
Let's head back and report what we found.
I doubt it was that bird, but it might have been. Birds!
Powerful wings and razor-sharp talons. Worthy prey.
Oh
Ah! What is that thing?
my god. It's a colibri. It's a giant colibri.
It speaks?
It's heading towards the falls.
I'll stay with the researchers. The creature, I leave to you.
Okay, cool.
Come, Woklamat.
Right.
What is that thing? Whee! We fight you now?
Just so we're clear, I wasn't startled by the beast earlier. It caught me by surprise, that's all.
Forgive me, but I failed to see a difference.
I'm getting hungry. Let's be done with this so we can eat.
Caught me by surprise! Caught me by surprise!
Think you're clever, huh? I'll rip off that beak and roast you on a spit!
Hi, bird. Tell me I still have my 2 full bars. Alright, good.
Talk how you like, bird. I'm going to have the last laugh. Oh, try sinking my teeth into you. Shut up already, you blasted bird!
I've never seen such an enormous colibri.
Quickly, gather together! I've got you.
Yo, she just get over it here, mate.
Steady now.
Oh, this is gonna hurt. I can heal me, Graha. Thank you, though.
Spread out, everyone.
Who paid for that?
You have 25 seconds to complete it?
Thank you.
Oh. Ow.
That was hardly a tickle. Try this. Nothing to it. We have you now, you loud-mouthed bastard!
Throw everything you have at it.
What do you think I've been doing? Alright, we can do our thing again. Duty complete! Do a barrel roll! Bye, Mr. Colibri.
And I had barely limbered up.
It was a terrible foe, but no match for your axe.
Only to be expected.
Uh-huh.
You were pretty impressive yourselves. I was right to invite you on a hunt. But what a curious bird that was. Though we have similar in Tural, they don't grow so big or use such dirty tricks.
Dirty tricks, dirty tricks.
Aye, dirty and despicable. Otherwise, I could have easily...
Leave this to me!
They turn Krell into a Pictomancer?
trial.
Oh my God.
I'm terribly sorry to have kept you all waiting.
I love it. The last couple
She arrived
expansions.
as I was seeing the researchers to safety. It was all I could do to keep up with her after I explained what happened.
The last couple expansions, she hasn't really been able to attribute much other than reading and studying. And she's always said she's felt bad not being able to go out with them. So to see her in a Pictomancer outfit and like casting a spell, oh yes! I'm all for this.
So this is what you meant by seeing to preparations?
After hearing of the contest, I
Hearing.
thought how wonderful it would be to join you.
She's coming
In
with
coming
us.
here, I wanted to demonstrate my skill at arms to Wooklamat. Alas, it seems I missed most of the action.
That was amazing! The piece didn't stand a chance!
I'm glad to have been of service.
May I ask what inspired this change?
You will recall the time you descended to the ethereal sea in search of Heidelin. Recognizing that my skills were inadequate, I chose to provide support from afar rather than join you. It was the same when you set forth for Ultima Thule. How it pained me to stay behind again and again. That's what inspired this change. Ever since the final days were averted, I've used every spare moment to hone my craft. As you all have adapted your methods to suit the circumstances, I started by considering how I might best contribute.
That's awesome.
And after much deliberation, I arrived at my answer. With the esoteric art passed down by the legendary Archon realm, Pictomancy. As I recall, you have embraced versatility to effectively complement a certain someone's style. What I do is much the same. Like you, I don't want to be left behind.
Aww.
Indeed. I must say, you appear to be especially keen on being involved in the ritual of succession. Is there any particular reason?
Yes, there is. This letter from Tuli Yolal. It was addressed to my grandfather Galuf and turned up among the students' archives. The ink was faded, so I couldn't fully make out the sender's name. Galul, someone.
Jaja. Gulul Jaja. That's my father, the Dawn servant. What does the letter say?
While much of it isn't legible, it appears to be a request to investigate the Golden City.
A request to investigate the Golden City? From the Dawn servant himself?
Well, well. Seems it may be more than a rumor after all.
Aw, shit.
Being a member of the royal family, it was my hope that you could confirm the authenticity of this letter.
I can say for a fact that my father didn't write this. Given how culturally diverse Toliyolal is, it was decided some time ago that a common language was needed. But instead of elevating an existing tongue and its speakers above all others, we looked to those widely spoken overseas and created an altogether new one. The similarities to your common tongue also make it quite easy to communicate in these situations, no? This letter, however, is entirely in Eorzean. If Father had written this, it would have been in Turali. And what's more, it bears a wax seal. We don't bother with them.
So the letter is fraudulent, then?
Oh, I didn't mean to say that. My father's signature is genuine, as far as I can tell, so perhaps he simply dictated it.
Knowing he was sending in the letter to you.
I see. Oh, thank you for the confirmation. It seems my grandfather indeed had dealings with Tuli Yolal. I can't help but be curious as to what exactly he was doing there. In order to help us decide on a course of action, would you mind if I asked you some questions about your home?
By all means. After all, learning about one another was the purpose of this hunt. We can talk while feasting on this fellow. I, for one, am starving.
Nom 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 nom.
We're eating that.
Yes. With the wildlife pacified and the research safe, our task is complete. That just leaves the matter of the colobri meat. For the better or for worse, there really is only one place we could take it here in Charlian. The Last Stand. Come, let us see what Deccan can cook us up for us. You know what would be a good thing to eat right now? A nice slice of Calibri pizza. Yum, 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 yum. Good! Oh god, Calibri pizza. Ew! Ew! Pineapple does not belong on pizza. Who would have thought Orange Bomberman would be into pineapple on pizza? Well now, there's a famished face if I've ever seen one. What can I get you, Siegfried? I have this meat! Oh, bird meat from the hunt, you say? Leave it to me. It's just a recipe. It's a new dish I recently learned from some sailors, and you lot, it's on the house. Have as much as you like, do you hear? See, it is Monster Hunter.
Come, come. Let's enjoy the bounty of our first outing together. I'd heard that Charlayan cuisine was terrible, but this is fantastic.
Crying. First thing I hear is pineapple doesn't belong on pizza. It's good. Okay. Do I need to give the official statement now? The views of the streamer does not mean that it is correct or incorrect. Just what I believe. And I think it's disgusting as shit. But if you like it, enjoy. Eat up. More for you. I'll take the other pizza. So if you ever come over, I will make sure I order 2 pizzas. One with pineapple, one without. And you can enjoy the pineapple one. And I will enjoy the one without. Yum, 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 yum. See? I'm Bubbles421. Thank you so much for the follow. It's truly appreciated.
What is this? Oh, it smells spicy.
It probably is.
Oh, come now. Since when did you become so soft? It's not like we don't have spicy food in Tural, too.
Never farm my Rathalos. Wait, there's a Rathalos mount in this game? Oh, I forgot they did that Monster Hunter crossover a while back. There was the Palico minion too.
According to Dickon, intensely hot dishes have become popular in Razadhan after a traveller ordered a curry with several times the usual amount of spice. So he started offering the same in order to please the growing Harnish population here in Sharlayan.
The Zero Special.
It's nothing. I can't handle.
How long have I been playing 14? So I started playing 14 back in vanilla when it first came out. And then I've been playing it on and off and on and off and on and off and on and off and on and off since then. So, depending on, like, if we're counting, you know, like, ons and offs, I don't know. I think we figured it out yesterday. I have 400 and some odd hours. Or, no, 1,100 and something. Now I remember.
Your boorish manners reflect poorly on the both of us. I wish you would consider your station.
Hey, well, welcome. You have a lot of storyline ahead of you.
Sometimes it feels like you open your mouth only to criticize.
If no one has told you this, all right, if no one has told you this, I'm going to give you the greatest hint ever. Ready? Ready? Main story quest, do one class. Your duty finder stuff, do with a second class. Because your main story quest will max level a class. Your duty finder stuff will be able to keep a second class up with the main story quest. So you can have two jobs that are leveling at the same time while you're going through the main story. But if you're at Stormblood, I'm sure you already know that stuff. So, or at least I hope you do. I wish then if I told you something you already know, then awesome. And if you didn't know, you should start now.
Would I be correct in assuming you've known each other for a long time?
There is nothing wrong with unlocking everything. There is absolutely nothing wrong with unlocking everything. You can ask C: all day, and at the end of the day, I have job. So I have 4 or 5 jobs at 90 right now. But I also have like 3 jobs still at like level 1 and 2. And then I haven't touched any of the discipline of the land or any of the like crafting stuff really. So like I haven't touched Gladiator or Marauder yet. Or Conjurer. And those are all like basic classes. You know? Like those are jobs that were from like the Dark Ages. And I haven't touched them.
Aye, thick as thieves since we were little.
It's because I'm not a fan of tanks.
I beg to differ. She is a long-standing acquaintance. Nothing more.
There's no such... You'll get better at tanking. It definitely... It's one of those things you grow into it. The problem you have right now is... You don't have an... Like, your abilities to keep aggro because of skills by Stormblood, you're still, like, lacking a bunch of them. You know. Dark as neat, but at high levels it's too active for me. Is that why you don't like Gunbreaker? Is because there's a lot of abilities in Gunbreaker also?
I see.
I like warrior because I can press like 5 buttons.
All this time you were from Tural. Oh, would that I had known sooner. There's so much I'd like to ask.
You and everyone else. I've kept it quiet so as to avoid the endless interrogations.
Well, if he's going to be a miser, I'll be happy to tell you about our homeland instead. Since ancient times, many peoples have called Tural home, and they've been fighting each other for nearly as long. The fighting finally stopped some 80 years ago, when the reigning Dawn Servant unified the disparate communities and founded a new nation.
And that's how Tuliolal came to be.
Since then, we've enjoyed an era of uninterrupted peace.
No, that's not bad. Uninterrupted
But
peace.
my father is getting old, and he wishes to relinquish the throne to a worthy successor. One who can preserve his legacy.
Yeah, Colin is a much better tank than me. I play nothing but DPSs. I only have one healer because it levels alongside with Summoner. So, and the only reason why Gunbreaker is leveled up is because I'm trying to con a friend to allow me to one day try and DPS as a Gunbreaker.
Including myself, there are 4 claimants to the throne. But while we all have the right to participate, one among us cannot be allowed to rule.
A man who is too ambitious by half. Word of the Garlean Empire's collapse has reached Tural. While most are simply relieved, he sees weakness to exploit and would lead our armies across the seas on a campaign of conquest.
Oh, that's not good.
After everything my father has done to give us peace, he would drag us back into war. I can't allow it.
I understand now.
No matter what, I must win this contest.
The tank buster thing is that red circular thing that goes around you,
I understand
right?
your reasons.
Colin?
But this being an event that will dictate the course of your nation's future,
Yeah, that's correct.
is it appropriate for outsiders like us to be involved?
This is technically the prologue of Dawntrail. So I'm still in the end content for Endwalker, but it's the prologue. Like, we're at this weird, like, where they're doing the handshake of Endwalker ends and Dawntrail begins. So it's the epilogue of one and the they always do that with Final Fantasy 14, where it's like they do these DLCs to extend the storyline a little bit, and then like they do this handshake, and then they like the epilogue ends and the prologue begins.
Oh, it's more than appropriate. The Dawn Servant himself expressly encourages it. The ruler of Tural must navigate the intricacies of myriad cultures, and there's no better way to prove oneself qualified to do so than to work with foreign allies.
That's me.
That's why I sought you out. Through our hunt, I've confirmed that you're a warrior of considerable skill, but more importantly, one of good character as well.
I mean, I'd hope so. I kind of saved this world like 17 times already.
And so I ask you, will you lend me your strength and help me win the throne of Tulihualal? You don't need to decide right this moment. But I will need you if I'm to triumph over the competition. I'll stay here as long as I can while waiting for your answer.
In that case, allow us to prepare a room for you at the Baldessian Annex.
That's very kind of you. Oh, and one more thing. Once we finish eating, would you mind if I took the rest of the meat?
Enjoy it. Whether has making oh my god makings of a ruler, I cannot say, but I know that she deeply cares for her nation and her people. Whether you choose to help her, though, is for you and you alone to decide. Think on it well. Now then, it is past time that I report our mission success to the guild ship. I would have been done sooner, except Her Highness needed to have her royal meal. I shall come by the annex later. Till then, money! A present! Well, I dare say we now have fair gossip of Walk Lamont's situation. Still, you've done afforded time to consider her invitation. Why not use it to learn more about Terrell? Num Yum 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 is bound to have some information on the continent. Certainly earned by better being informed. Just the thought of burying myself in books is making me feel sleepy. Quite right. Not only would it help you make an informed decision, but if you do choose to go, you'd be better prepared for what awaits. Come, my friend, let us off to our archives. Just sitting there doing thrust in front of me. Sir, the armor is heavy. I need to keep fit. Fair. Pudding way! I guess my pudding wasn't needed to stop the final days after all, but I preserve. Once people taste it, they'll be even happier than when they were before the apocalypse started. I just know it. I love pudding way. What's funny is every time I see Pudding Way, the first thing that pops into my head is the scene from Supernatural where they're in the insane asylum and they get caught in like the doctor's office. And she's like, "What are you doing here?" And then all of a sudden, he pulls his pants down, jumps up and down, and goes, "Pudding!" Oh my god. The origins of blue magic can be traced back to esoteric practice of the Wakaki tribe, a distant continent of Terrell. The tribe holds the nature in the highest and is seeking to cultivate the spiritual connection with it. They have learned to harness the power of wildlife around them. In exchange for their teachings, them in the common tongue, I was permitted to live among them and train in their ways. Those days are some of the most grueling I remember, but they were tremendously rewarding. For instance, I had the privilege of visiting Lapis Canyon and the tribe's sacred grounds. It is so named by the Coryllium topology that wells up on the surface, turning the entire canyon to a brilliant blue. Under a shaman's watchful eye, I finally managed to master Wakali's art and make the animal's power my own. As no name existed for it at the common tongue, I took the liberty of naming it Blue Magic. The reason I chose this color, as you will have doubtlessly gleaned, is for significance it holds with the Wakali. I cannot think of a name more fitting to honor the people than whom the noble magic was born. Blue Magic! Rah! You fell behind. My blue mage is freaking 30, I think. Where is it at? 28. It is impossible to adequately discuss Azorian cuisine without first speaking to the land of which many of our modern day staples hail. The far western continent of Tyrol. Ogre pumpkins, ruby tomatoes, even the ubiquitous popo. These crops and more are regularly grace of Azorian dining tables, trans their origins to the New World, as this place is known most. The tale of this culinary immigration began in the year 1498 in the 6th Astral Era, when the sailors named successfully traversed the Iningo depths to arrive at the therefore unknown continent. Spent several moons exploring the island, and of course which he encountered the denizens of a sprawling nation of the Momoja. He was even granted an audience with the supreme leader, whose confidence he won along with the permission to roam freely. Would return to Tyrell several times, but during the first expedition he charted the land and gathered a myriad of root vegetables and seeds to bring back to Limsa. The most notable of these is the Popoto. These eased the cultivation and natural values saw quickly spread to all corners of Eurasia. Produce was far more an only bounty of Krum's expedition to Tyrell. Many travelizing recipes such as the bean-filled burrito and the gripping legends such as that Golden City reached our shores by way of our ship. So we can thank you for Taco Bell? Kenta Moran, you made Taco Bell? The bean-filled burrito is your fault? Shit. Literally. To those outside of Krum's circle, Tyrell largely remains shrouded in mystery, yet its influence on our cuisine cannot be overstated. Many scholars, many include, which relish the chance to immerse themselves in the culinary culture of that faraway continent. Okay, we learned about food. Every land has given rise to unique wildlife, and the continent of Tyrell is no exception. Yet while some of her creatures have become familiar sight in Eorzea, many more exist that are rarely seen on the side of Indigo Depths. This tome introduces a select variety of species as described in the testimonies of sailors and adventurers. Alpaca, accustomed to Tyrella's craggy mountain ranges, this four-legged beastkin has been domesticated for seemingly hundreds, if not thousands, of years. Their soft white fleece is highly prized by weavers, while their strong legs or sure-footedness make them capable beasts of burden. We vary. These ferocious scaly kin is native to the denizens to the jungle of Tyrell. The Mamojal have succeeded in taming them and utilizing their prodigious strength for manual labor. Given their immense size and power, it should come as no surprise as the wyvern is also employed in siege beasts. Enemy fortifications cannot long withstand the horned brute rampage. The Tyrell folklore holds that this bird-like creature is as mighty as the beast and the very embodiment of nature's power. Whether it exists is beyond myth, however it is uncertain. Aren't you all looking forward to my reading of these weird-ass names? I don't even try, I'm just like, blah. Let us begin by comparing the geographical characteristics of the three Gate continents and Tyrell. The former stretches the east to the west and lies entirely within the northern hemisphere. In contrast, the latter extends to the far reaches of both the northern and southern hemisphere and differentiates immediately presenting itself in a form of climate variance. Shifts in climate tend to be gentler when moving east to west, but harsher when moving north to south, adding to the fact that longitudinal migration is far more common in history, whether it be men, animal, or plants. A case in point, the Allegans, who rose to power in the Alenard before advancing east to Islandbard, their movements were more mirrored thousands of years later by the Garleans. Meanwhile, although the desperate tribes of the Tyrell waged war with one another for generations, Stymied by the climate, none could make a great headway north or south. Tribes hailing from the frozen lands weathered the place of the desert sun, while those that thrived the open palm could not pierce the dense jungle. Such was the way of it, until the leader of Mama Jah succeeded in bringing the continent under one banner. Given the land's divided history and the reason therefore, one cannot help but be at awe at this feat. Truly, it's a testament to ancient greatness. Having perused a wide selection of books relating to the trail, you are somewhat better informed about your potential destination. Granatil will be eager to know what you've discovered. Should you wish to read these books again, please speak to the reference page. Box! Oh, scoured the library to your satisfaction, have you? Excellent. While there are a few books wholly dedicated to the subject of Turel, I dare say you found tidbits of useful information scattered here and there. But come, let us continue this outside. The marmot do not take kindly to chatter. All those quests on your map. I tried to leave quests undone once, and then I eventually succumbed to need to. I would be the same way, like, you know, honestly. In this expansion coming up, assuming I play through it and then I keep playing, then I'll probably do the same thing to level, like, side, you know, like level up other classes, you know? But I'm not gonna just do it at, like, max level to just do it. Now then, I'm quite keen to hear about the honest impressions. I couldn't help but notice that we read a very same book on cuisine. I was pleasantly surprised to find the reference to Turel within. Among them, did anything particularly pique your interest? I was rather taken by the tale of catamaran, Popatos. I had good luck doing main story quests for my main job and all the side quest feats as my second job, and it worked out really well. Yep. Ah yes, the renowned Losunian explorer who traversed indigo depths and discovered an unknown west, and it was accomplished by didn't end. He traveled to Turel extensively and even forged a friendship with the Dawn Servant. If we were able to meet Catamaran, what things we could learn. Alas, all that has happened is nigh 80 years ago, and we may no longer be alive to tell his tale. But moving on, did you perchance learn aught about the fauna of Turel? Given your adventuring background, I expect the topic would be interesting to you. Learn about this giant-ass bird! Bird! Ah, now, why do I get the impression you're imagining pitting your skill against this fell beast? Unfortunately, I found scant details of your would-be prey. One source simply described it as an enormous winged creature with scales hard as steel that rule the skies. I would like to see it with my own eyes, presuming it ever existed. Bird! I thought I heard a familiar voice. Alicel! Fancy running into you two here. Well, well, have we some research of our own to do? Aye, we hope to arm ourselves with the knowledge that may benefit the Garlean people. Having forged a new trade agreement with Ranazahan, they will next look to foster relations with other nations. This includes former imperial provinces. In view of this, we hope to find hints in history on how neighbors on differing races and ideologies might merge with one another. And what of you two, what endeavors bring you here today? Cat lady, meow. Goes yum, eats bird. Giant colibri. A nation composed of desperate people of Tyrell. I dare say this is precisely the kind of example we seek. What do you read in the ourselves? The contest. Is Siegfried the only one allowed to help the Waclamant? There was no mention of such restrictions as I recall. On the contrary, Waclamant gave us the impression that she would have several champions. Yep, you're in. You're in. Alicel, you're in. You're in, Alicel. I choose you. I choose you, Alicel. You're automatically in. Red mages for life. I think I know how to make the most of our respite. Follow me, Alphanod. We have planning to do. Alicel, wait! It would seem our plans have changed. If you would excuse me. They never could rest on their laurels. Come, let us get to the annex. You're in, Alicel. Period. In. Already in. Already accepted. I know you haven't even asked yet, but you're in. You're approved. In. Accepted. I'll be so sad if they ever change her job. If they ever make her not a red mage, I'm going to cry. Just shove her into a seat. Absolutely. Even if she's not allowed to come, she's coming. What's going on, Catman?
Oh, it's just... Despite all that we've learned, I can't help but feel we've yet to hear the whole story. What about you, my friend? Are you inclined to accept or refuse Waclamat's request?
I never say no to a new adventure. I'm still deciding, to be honest. I'd rather not get involved in politics. We'll go with I'm undecided. You know, because the expansion's not out yet, right?
I don't blame you. No matter the assurances, it's no simple thing to wade into the midst of a political struggle, and in a foreign land at that. How about this then? Instead of deciding here, go there first and then decide.
Sure.
In the course of seeing new lands and meeting new people, you'll surely find a way forward. That's what adventurers do, is it not?
Fist punch!
Such a journey would be the envy of many a scholar. Distant as it is, Tyrell remains largely unknown to us, with only meager records to be found in Numenor. The experiences to be had, all the things you might hear, feel, and think. It's enough to stir me to the core.
Did he really just say the 3 words? Isn't that what Heidelin told us? Hear, feel, think? Oh, Heidelin.
Life is a series of journeys, my friend, and there's no telling what awaits us on the long road. But what's important is to be true to yourself as you walk it. Only then can we hope to be content when we arrive at the end of one and step forward into another.
Dun, dun, dun.
Ah, but there's an idea. I have a matter to attend to at the Agora. Please, go on inside. I will join you shortly.
Okay, bye! Thancred's just following us. He wants to go too, I guess. Welcome back, Siegfried. If you're looking for Wak Lamont, she's currently with the others in the chamber. If you like, you can go fetch her. Sure. Play fetch with the kitty. Understood. Please wait at the main hall. Wait, hold on. Oh my god. Wait, hold on. Is my Gunbreaker still in level 70 gear? Oh no, he's an 80. So what level 70 gear did I have that was damaged? I'm so confused. Waiting. Just staring at the map. I don't see this shell on this map.
You have the look of someone who's made up their mind. Go on then. Let's hear it.
There's to boldly go where I have never gone before. Really? Really, game? Really? I gotta choose it because of the Star Trekker in me. I have to.
Then you need me as much as I need you. Together we'll blaze new trails in Tural.
You're not planning to leave without us, are you?
Hell no! I mean, the rest of them, yes, you know.
Alphano, Alize! What are you two doing here?
Da-na-na-na-na.
We happened to cross paths at Numenon earlier, you see, and I told them about Wuklamat. And when we fortuitously met again at the Agora just now, they expressed an interest in meeting our visitor.
Ah, you must be the twins who are sneaking after Erenville as toads.
100 things about us you could have told her, and you chose that.
First impressions last.
"'Tis an honor and a pleasure to make your acquaintance, Your Highness. Alphano Leveilleur at your service, and this is my sister Alize."
Oh no, let's not do that. I really can't stand titles. So, you want to participate in the contest too, is that right?
Indeed we do. We've been assisting with the rebuilding effort in Garlemald. Yet while progress is being made, the question remains of how the nation might reconcile with its neighbors.
So wait, which island is it then?
We believe there is much we might learn from Tuliolal, a nation founded on unity. And in return for this honor, we would spare no effort in supporting your claim.
The more the merrier, I say. And I'd be keen to learn about Eorzea and Garlemald from you as well.
Having recruited so many committed and capable allies, I presume you have no need for my continued assistance?
Nonsense! Like I told you before, you're indispensable. They're strong, aye, but strangers to our land. They need someone to guide them, to point out the dangers, and spare them grisly deaths.
Thanks.
I can't think of anyone better suited to that task than you. What's more, despite your assertions, I know you haven't given up on the City of Gold.
Funny.
As I recall, Kryl, you were the first to state your desire to visit Tural.
Funny.
Perhaps I was.
But
Still, I can't help but worry about being away just when our order is beginning to find its feet again.
You have nothing to worry about. I haven't forgotten how you held the fort while I set off to explore Alzadal's legacy. It's only fair that I return the favor. Pray, leave the students to Ojika and me.
we're leaving Graha behind?
But, Raha...
You want to retrace your grandfather's steps, don't you? This is a rare opportunity, and I insist that you seize it.
Character growth for Graha. Character growth.
Thank you, Raha.
Well, looks like it's settled. I'm counting on you all to help me win the throne.
I suppose now is a good time to show you what I spent a small fortune on at the Agora. There.
He literally added it to the map.
This, my friends, is the latest map of the world, created to celebrate our friendship with the Loporrits. Cast your eyes west of Sharlayan, for there it lies. The site of your next great adventure, Tural.
So it's right here, it's this. That's Turel. Alright, so now that meant the official end of Endwalker. So yeah, so that's what it was. So that was the end of Endwalker, the prologue for Dawntrail. Oh. Oh my god. Oh, my Final Fantasy IV feels. Alright, so now that this is over, I need to cover this one thing. So you were right to point out we did miss one boss. So, yep. Ashara is an optional boss that was released in 6.55. So this patch that we just beat. And it's an optional trial. So there you go. So the last boss we didn't beat for Final Fantasy IV was released at the end. And it looks like it has a unlock chain that you have to go through. What you have to do to unlock it, I don't know. It's not like the other ones where it's like easy. It looks like it's like a whole quest chain. I don't know how you unlock it, but... Alright, so to unlock it... First you have to complete the Endwalker main scenario. But you do not need to complete any of the patch content. So in order for me to unlock it, you ready? You have to go through Hildebrand, and I have not done any of Hildebrand. Oh. You also have to do all of Hildebrand in order to unlock Elder Endwalker's relic weapon. Oh my god! They tied it to that? Oh god. Why? Why would they do that? I will happily do any and all of Hildy trials with you. That's good to know. Do. The problem is I have to do all of them. All of them. Because I'm pretty sure I have done none of them. All right, wait. What level does the Hildy quest start in? Starts at level 50. Then goes to level 60. Then goes to level 70. And then goes to level 90. Do I have any level 50 characters that I could just shove this experience points on? Like, because I could shove it on, like, any character. But, like, at the end of the day, I'd want to do it and have the experience points matter. You know? Alright, well, I'll keep this window open. Not sure whether the quest... So they're all marked as the feature quest. And with the feature quest update, if you noticed, all the feature quests that I just did for this, in the past would not have given any experience points. And so when they change the feature quest, basically any of those like blue plus sign ones that adjust the level to you, they all give XP now. So I'm assuming the Hildebrand quest would give XP. I mean, there's one way to find out, which is go to the first one and see if the thing's there, right click on it, and then like see if there's XP involved. If there's no XP involved, then it just like won't matter in what I shove into it. Then I might as well just like tank it with a high level character and just like disintegrate through the game. You know? Just take my red mage and just blow it the hell up. But if it gives XP, then it's well worth it. Do. Oh, yeah. Oh! Please tell me. I know you've played through it. Am I gonna be as happy with the Dawntrail music or no? Now you gotta remember, Final Fantasy IV, best FF in my opinion. So that being said, I think Dawntrail music is great, but it isn't Final Fantasy IV music. Okay. If you've heard of... Oh, is this it? Oh, that's really cool. Oh my god. So next, I guess, alright, so in my perfect world, at some point we're gonna go to Final Fantasy VI, is it? Is it 6? Or is it 5? I always screw up which one it is. Five was the one that wasn't released in North America until the PlayStation. So it'd be 6. I want 6 next. I think 6 would be a cool back plate. I mean, technically we have 6 kind of with Garlemald, I guess you could say. But 6 had such good music. We can just ignore 2 and 3. Especially 2. I like to pretend Final Fantasy 2 never existed. Huh. Was it 2? Which was the one that you had to like learn your stats through being beaten or beating things or casting spells? And it always turned into like you beat all the monsters down, there's one monster left, and then you just turn to beating the shit out of your own party and healing your own party and beating the shit out of your own party for the hopes of maybe learning the stats. Oh man, that was my biggest issue with 2, was just like it has such a that leveling schematic. I'm so glad it didn't stay, because it was so tedious. Like, I don't mind grinding. So Final Fantasy 2 is up there with Final Fantasy 8 for me. I fucking hate Final Fantasy 8 because of what they did with leveling in that thing. Holy shit. Storyline, beautiful. Music, beautiful. The whole leveling magic thing sucked so bad. Like, it sucked donkey dick. Like, I hated the fact that it was like, to learn spell A, you had to draw the spells out, and then the best spells give you your stats, so you have to attach the spell to the person, so that way they can learn it. But God help if you want to cast that spell, because you're now lowering your stats. But in the meanwhile, as you level, you don't really gain anything. You don't gain any stats because your stats are only come from what you drew. Your stats come from that and not from actual level. And so all that leveling does is increase the level of the monsters, which then just like turns into this heinous loop of go in, drain the shit out of the monster, and then run away. Go into next combat, drain the shit out of the monster, run away. Go into the next combat, drain the shit out of the monster, run away. Until you get the magic ring that you can put on, and you stop getting XP. Oh, that game angered me so much. Because you gotta remember, right? I am the kind of player in these Final Fantasy games, right? I am the kind of player who will sit there and grind and level and grind. And so when the game's like in the beginning of the game, they go, there is this monster and it will destroy you. I take that as a challenge, and I will sit there and I will grind so many levels so that way I can defeat it, right? Like, did you know that you could defeat the boss with Rydia? Yeah, you can beat it. It crashes your game, straight up bricks the game, but you can beat it, and I learned. Straight up. So in Final Fantasy VIII, right, you get told about this T-Rex, right, and how it's so strong and powerful, and you need to just run away from it because it'll kill you. And so what did I do? I ran around like a lunatic, not knowing about this leveling change, and I leveled up and got a whole bunch of health. And you know what I eventually did? I was able to take out the T-Rex. But the problem is, I was at that point like level 30 something. And so then I went into the first cave, and now all the monsters are level 30, and they're just like, yeah, just beating the shit out of me because the T-Rex had no leveling component. It just had a set level. So all I had to do was get myself to a point where I could kill it, and I could kill it, and great. But the problem was that first cave that I went into, which leads to fighting, I think, Ifrit, if I remember right. All the monsters in there start the leveling bullshit. And then all of a sudden, like, these things were right hooking me and killing me. I'm like, what the hell is this shit? And that's when I realized my stats never increased with my levels. The only thing I got was hit points. And so at that point, I was like, I just literally put the game on hard mode at that point. Like, I literally like was just like, yeah, we're gonna play on New Game Plus right now on my first playthrough, because I have no stats, because I have no spells, you know. Meanwhile, all the monsters, they were level 30 plus. They were just punching me in the face like for funsies. Oh, I was so angry. I wound up putting that game down. It was like one of the first times I ever put a game down, like a Final Fantasy game down, and then stopped playing. Because at that point, I already had wasted like 20 some odd hours of just grinding on monsters, leveling at like 3 or 4 XP or something like that to be able to kill this T-Rex. So now, like, the only way I could play was reset the game. And so it was like 2 or 3 months later, I finally picked the game back up. And that's when I started my new schematic of fight until I could draw the monsters, drain them empty. And once there was nothing left to drain from them, I'd run from combat. Because I was like, oh, what do I need to fight for? I don't need to fight. I don't need your XP. I drained my stats from you already. Cool. And I went to the next encounter and drained the shit out of them. Then I run away and be like, cool, I got more stats. It was such an awful loop. My worst FF experience was soft locking myself inside the Final Fantasy dungeon in 12 because I leveled wrong with the license board. But oh god, I am so sorry. That is rough. The funny part is you're not the only one that I've heard do that. Zodiac, yes, correct. The new Zodiac version fixes that, correct. Just like the newer versions of Final Fantasy IV take away the bricking if you level up enough to one-shot the boss in the Summoner Village. It also fixes the bricking of not even killing, right? The thing does the blow away maneuver, right? Right, it tries to blow you away. And in 4, if you had Kane jump at the right time and he was off screen, he was immune to the blow away. And so at that point, Cecil gets thrown off the screen, but Kane can continue fighting. And so you could beat it that way also, which then leads to bricking the game. But they fixed that. That when Kane's off screen, he can still get blown away. It's just how they had it coded that when Kane was off screen, he was a non-targetable target. I'm assuming they did that for like just ease of coding. You know, back in the old 16-bit days, you know, you don't have much room for code. So it's like, all right, how do we code this? Well, let's just make him not on the map. Like, he does jump and he just gets removed from the map from all effects, you know? Oh, God. Do. I still, you know what I do wish though, and this is truth, right? Is I still want a Final Fantasy Tactics released on a new system. Like I want it released like like on the newer engine, like a high def upgrade of it. And I don't understand why they never have, you know? Like, I know they released the War of Lions for like the PlayStation Portable or something like that. But like, I just don't understand why it's just they've never released another version, like the version of it for like Steam or whatnot. So but I would love it. I would love it. I would so be on board if they released a PC version, high def version. You know, I know back in June they were talking about it. Like there was talks of it that came out. But like nothing official. It was like a leak that came out that said that. Because I know back in 2023 they said there's no chance for it. And then in 2024, this year, there was a leak that came out that said that it's something that was currently in the works, you know. So I don't know. I would play the shit out of Tactics, man. Oh, you wanna see me lose my soul? Give me Tactics. Holy shit. I will be maxing jobs on every job. Everything will be maxed out. I'll be running around in circles, fighting combats after combats after combats to level more jobs and more things. Do. Oh, man. Done. Do. Dun 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 do. Okay. Do. But man, tactics. I was just looking up all the stuff for tactics. My brain just immediately was like, tactics! Need tactics. Oh. The funny part is I have my PlayStation Portable, but I don't think... I think they end of life the PlayStation Portable. So... I'm looking up right now. Because if it still exists, then... There you go. Regarding PlayStation products and services. Discontinued PlayStation apps, features, and services. Termination of X, termination of Spotify, termination of PlayStation Video, Trend Micro Safety Services, transferring content between PS3 and PS Vita system. Because the PlayStation Network is dead. Signing in on PS3 console as a PSV Vita system. That's because of the death of PS3. Purchase on PS3 consoles and PS Vita systems. PlayStation Store for PlayStation Portable was previously closed in 2016. You were still able to perform searches and make in-game purchases. Starting July 6, 2021, you'll no longer be able to perform searches or make in-game purchases. You'll be able to download your previously purchased PSP content. You can download your previously purchased PSP content onto the PSP by accessing the download list. Okay, so if you already own the game, you can still download. I think I own it. Soken is already a god of music. I'd love to see what he can do with MQ's soundtrack. Ooh. That'd be interesting. You know what I was really sad about is I could not get the thing. Where is that? Oh, they made it that you can get it. Oh, all these people must be angry because they were selling these things. So this was the thing that I was really bummed that, like, you couldn't get unless you went to the orchestra concert. Like, that kind of sucks, you know? And so, like, these things were selling for so much money. Like, so much money on eBay and shit like that, right? But come to find out that, I want to make sure I don't accidentally leak something. It's coming here! They can buy it here. I'm sure this angers a lot of people. Was it the same one? It looks like the same one. Oh, wait, hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 wraps, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 wraps. So yeah. So it's the same length. And it looks like you can do the same thing of changing the color of the blade and the crystals. I guess they saw how much money people were spending on eBay and stuff like that for it. That they were like, yeah, let's just like release it to the public because there was a like huge outcry for people wanting it. I mean, shit, I want it. It's right here. I could pre-order it right now for 50 bucks. I would get 49 member rewards points. Whew. Release date by end of August 2024. Ooh. Ooh. Yo, I went in here. Which store is this one? That it's oh, it's just marked as unavailable. But it's in pounds. Oh, Final Fantasy. I just don't know what I would do with it. Like, I wanted it just to want it. But I don't know if it's worth, like, 50 bucks. Oh, let me see if I can find any of the old... Wait, what is this? Yo, for $300, I could get a Buster Sword, a 57-inch Buster Sword. No, just in case I want like an actual size Buster. You know, so I could walk around a convention center with it or something, right? I mean, don't get me wrong, it looks kind of badass. Oh. We did it! Lest you wonder about your passage to Terrell, will arrange the ships through the guild. You need only worry about your own participation. Speaking of which, please take this with you, a rugged and ready keepsake. May it serve you well in your coming adventures. Now, I'm not sure where your departure will be, but rest assured I will let you know when you hear something. Till then, please keep your ease. What? Meanwhile, Limsamolo Minsa. Estinian.
When does the next ship set sail?
May I ask your destination?
The north and east, I've already seen. I suppose I'll head west this time.
Of course.
West, you say?
Oh, Estinian. Meanwhile, old Charlian.
I see you've made up your mind. I had a feeling you'd be keen.
But to think that our comrades too are thither bound. Fate doth work in mysterious ways.
Indeed. It will be a grueling task, having to contend with them.
If the prospect doth trouble thee, 'tis not too late to decline the petition.
No.
Though thine expression would suggest thou art far from perturbed.
Oh, how could I possibly be, knowing what's to come?
Then let us delay no further and secure passage on a vessel.
Aye. This will be a mission to remember. Come, my friend. We make for Taral.
Oh no. It's me.
Tell me, have you been to the ruins beneath the waters of the Bounty? Or the treasure islands beyond the frozen waters of Blind Frost in Offerd's north? The fabled golden cities of the New World?
Oh, we will soon. Meanwhile, in drunken college student town. Weigh anchor now, and the tide is high, and dawn of a new adventure is nigh. Roll forth to break horizons bound and trend the gilded path beyond. Whee! Alright.